You do not need years of therapy to stop binge eating, especially if you know that you've had a great childhood, great family life, your life is good, and you're like, I know that I just literally spent so many years of my life dieting and restricting, and that's why I'm binging. I'm going to share a story with you. So I remember thinking, why am I binging? Like, obviously I was restricting, but it's like, but why? Like, I'm so ready to stop this. I'm so ready to be free. I remember like having this conversation with myself. Like, I want to do this for myself. I want to do this for Andrew. I want to do this for my future family. And I was ready for change, but I didn't know what that was going to look like. Because at the time, this was actually in 2018. At the time, like, there wasn't a lot of information on binge eating. Not many people were really talking about binge eating. And I remember when I told my mom that, this was something that I was struggling with. And again, she doesn't know anything about binge eating. So of course, we're just like researching online, like binge eating help. And she's like, well, maybe you can go to a therapist. And automatically, and I'm just sharing the real, honest truth inside of this podcast. And I know that the people listening to this, I know that you're going to get me. And if you don't get me, that's fine too. But I just know that the right people are going to get this message and it's going to land so deeply for you. And just the word therapy, and this is not like a stigma, just the word therapy, I was like, but I don't need therapy. And this is not like in an egotistical way of like, I'm better than everyone else. It wasn't that. I knew in my heart and my soul that just something felt off, like something didn't feel right. But I was open because here I am. Obviously, I'm going through this. I'm not going to say like I'm not open. So I was open. And I remember walking into the therapist's office. And I remember sitting there in the office and just automatically feeling like I didn't belong. Like I was like, I'm not meant to be here. And I can't tell you exactly why. I just felt it in my heart. My intuition was screaming to me like, you're not meant to be here. And again, not in this way of I'm better than everyone else. And, again, in this like egotistical way, it's hard to explain, but it's just a feeling in my body. I was like, I'm not meant to be here. But again, I was open, walked into the therapist's office. And again, I had an amazing childhood. At the time I was dating Andrew, we had an incredible relationship. My career at the time, I was a health and fitness coach. I loved what I was doing. I felt lit up. I was excited. I loved my life, like all these different things. And I remember the first thing that she asked me, which of course any therapist is going to ask, how was your childhood? And I was like, fantastic. Okay, do you have any stress in your life? And obviously everybody has stress from time to time, but I was like, honestly, no. Okay, well, how is your relationship? Are you in a relationship? Yeah, honestly, my relationship is really good. And she didn't know really what to say because typically it would be like, okay, well, let's dive into the childhood. Let's dive into the relationship. Let's dive into all these things. And for me, that wasn't my experience. Like I had a fantastic relationship, great career, great family life. And that's kind of why I felt like I just wasn't meant to be there. But again, I was open. And so the first session, obviously, getting to know me, whatever. Went in for a second time. And it was really like the same thing. But like, are you sure you're not stressed? Like, okay, is there anything you can think of? And it was almost like, let me like pull something out of you instead of really supporting me in the way that I felt like I needed, which was somebody to actually see me, was for somebody who's actually gone through binge eating to say, like, I see you, and this is actually what you can do. And so there was 3 sessions that I went to, and then I stopped going. And again, it was because I felt like it wasn't what I needed. It felt like I wasn't seen. I felt like I wasn't understood. And why I'm sharing this story with you is because I stopped binge eating without years of therapy. My clients come to me and they conquer binge eating without needing years of therapy, or they'll go to therapy for other areas of their life, but then they're going to come see me to actually recognize that binging was a habit. I had 2 clients recently and they're like, I've gone to therapy and, we worked on some other things, but you're the only person that actually explained it in a way that made me feel empowered. Get this. You explained it to me in a way where I felt empowered, like I can take charge of my life. And something that I'm really good at is making you feel seen, making you feel like an unstoppable badass. I call my community badasses. Like, it's literally the badass community. Because I don't want you to feel like you're broken because you're not broken. I don't want you to come into my programs and be like, fix me, save me. No, you are not broken. You don't need saving. You don't need fixing. You need to remind yourself who the F you are every single day. You need to see your power. You need to see that you are this incredible human being. And when clients come to me, like I mentioned, the 2 clients in particular, they're like, you actually gave me hope. But I didn't feel like I was broken. I felt excited to conquer. I felt excited to change my life. I felt empowered. I truly did feel like this badass. You made me feel like conquering binge eating was so much closer, because when you explained to me that binge eating was a habit and I had the power to rewire my brain out of these habitual cycles, light bulb moment, light bulb moment, light bulb moment. You feel in the driver's seat. You're like, oh, I can actually do this. I feel empowered. There's hope. I can actually do this. There is a way out. And so that's why therapy didn't resonate with me, because, and I'm sure you can resonate too, like every single area of my life was so good. And then when I walked into the therapist's office, I felt like there was something wrong with me. There is nothing wrong with you if you are binge eating. There's nothing wrong with you. You come into my programs, you join our badass community, and shame gets wiped the heck away. You're like, I feel empowered. I'm excited to change. I'm excited to heal my relationship with food. I feel empowered. I have hope. I believe in myself. I can freaking do this, because the other people inside of the badass community are also ambitious, driven, committed, ready to change, fired up. I can do this. I see you. I believe in me. I believe in you. Let's do this together. I've had so many of my clients be like, I always felt so broken, like there was something wrong with me until I entered your spaces. And it's like, I don't feel broken anymore. And that's because you are not broken. You can't see the fact that I'm binge eating or I'm overeating or I'm thinking about food a lot as being broken. And it literally breaks my heart when people feel like they're broken. Now, again, if you are going to a therapist's office and you feel like I'm broken, do not just let that be. Because there's other spaces, there's other mentors that will help you rise. I am not the coach that's going to be like, oh, sweetie pie, like, don't worry. It's like, no, like, do you know who you are? You are a freaking badass, and you get to conquer, and you get to literally wake up every single day so in love with yourself, so in love with your life. You get to have the best relationship with your partner. You get to feel alive. You get to feel free every single day, happy, joyful. You get to actually live your life. You don't have to believe the false narratives of like, oh, look, there's something wrong with me and like I'm broken. No, maybe other people might have made you feel that way, but you come into my spaces, you're going to feel like the most empowered badass in the world. And that's why I named my community the Badass Community, because that's who you actually are. I want to reflect back to you who you actually are, not what other people have told you. That's not actually true. So I'm sharing this with you to give you a different perspective, a different insight. You're not broken. Like, you are this incredible badass. You can do hard and challenging things. And even when you've just binged, you can decide that I am a freaking badass. My clients use this phrase, like, I'm a badass, in like everything that they do. One of my clients was like, I was running with a group of friends and I felt a little bit slower than most people, but she's like, I'm a badass. In your workouts, one of my clients posted in our group, she's like, I just went through a challenging workout and everything in me wanted to stop, but I reminded myself I'm a freaking badass and I pushed through. It's like, this isn't just about binge eating. This is about your life. It's about seeing yourself for who you actually really are. Like this incredible, strong powerhouse of a woman that you are. So forget about how other people made you feel. You get to decide the spaces in which you want to be that will help you rise. People join my community. People come into my programs because they want to feel empowered. They're like, okay, yeah, sure, I know that I'm binge eating and I don't love that, but I don't want to feel like I'm broken. I don't want to be around other people who are like, poor me, like, woe is me. Like, you're not going to get that in my spaces. Our badass community is positive. They're uplifting. They're driven. Somebody that just joined the membership recently, she's like, I've literally been in here for like a few days and I'm already in love with the community. Everyone's making me feel so seen. Like, this is like nothing that I've ever experienced before. And she was so afraid to join my program. She actually messaged me and then she like disappeared for a few months. And then she finally came back. And then she joined the membership. And she's like, my life has already changed. And it's been like a week. So you get to decide how you spend this journey. If, you can spend this journey being like, oh, this is so hard. This is so challenging. And surrounding yourself with people who reflect that back to you. Or you can get inside the badass community, feel so empowered, feel so uplifted, feel momentum, feel excited to change your life, to feel empowered to step into this badass woman. I just pray. I really do pray that you see more in yourself that maybe other people have seen in you. And you don't see yourself as there's something wrong with me because I'm binging. But you see, I'm this incredible human who is going through binge eating. And I'm going to feel so empowered to take charge of my life. I'm going to feel empowered to change, to heal my relationship with food so I can be the best example to my children, so I can have a better relationship with my husband, so that I can just do this for me, so that I can actually just live my life, be present in the moment and just live. Like truly, 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 truly live this magical life that was created for me. So I shared my experience, and I just hope that whatever you needed to hear today, this is exactly what you needed to hear today. And maybe you've had the experience of going to therapy and maybe you didn't feel understood. But that doesn't mean just stop there. It doesn't mean, okay, well, like that's like I just have to accept it. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I had a client, she said she worked with me inside of the academy. This is the only space, by the way, and we're enrolling right now. This is the only space where you get personalized mentorship coaching with me. Very high level support to step into your binge-free life. And she came into the academy and she said, literally, like, a week with you was more supportive than 7 years in therapy. And again, this podcast isn't to put therapy down. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm sharing some of my clients' experiences because I know that there's someone listening that's like, thank you for putting this out there. Thank you for putting this out there. So I just want you to know that there is a completely different future for you. And again, you decide how you get to feel on this journey. Do you want to feel empowered, or do you want to feel like, oh, there's something wrong with me and like holding on to shame? My clients release the shame. My clients feel so empowered. My clients literally feel like freaking badasses. That's how I want you to feel. Because it doesn't matter what you're going through. The meaning you put on it is what actually matters. If you're seeing it as like, oh, I'm struggling with binging and like, oh, I'm so embarrassed and I'm so ashamed, then that's how you're going to feel throughout the entire journey. It's not going to be fun. It's going to feel like freaking HELL. But instead, if you're like, no, I'm empowered. I'm taking charge of my life. I'm going to heal. I'm going to get support from Lorna. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be surrounded by other badasses. Like, yes, I want that. I want to feel empowered. Then let's freaking go. That's the energy you get inside of my spaces. Like, let's freaking go energy. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You are this incredible human being who's absolutely going to conquer. All right, badasses, I'm about to jump on to our Academy coaching call. Again, we are enrolling. This is 6 months where you get personalized coaching and mentorship from me in a small group to help you become binge-free for life. It's called your Binge-Free Life Academy. We just rebranded it. It used to be Ditch Decade Diets Academy, and I was like, F that. Like, you're not ditching diets. Like, you've already ditched the diet. Now it's time for you to step into your binge-free life, because I've had so many clients inside of that space, and they're like, okay, like, I'm having way less urges. I haven't binged in months. I'm doing way less overeating. And it's like, now I'm just ready to confidently, like, step into the badass woman that I know that I'm meant to be. Like, I'm ready for my binge-free life. Like, okay, I'm having less urges and less binges, but I want them gone. You know, I'm having less sessions of overeating, but I want to confidently say, like, I don't binge anymore. And so this is mentorship with me. Personalized coaching, personalized feedback. So if you're someone who is like, I know what to do, but like there's a disconnect like in implementing the tools, this is perfect for you. If you already made great progress, but you know that there's like that next level, this is also for you. I've had so many clients come in, they're like, okay, like things are going well. I've already deleted my fitness pal. I stopped weighing myself. I'm no longer having these crazy binging episodes, but I'm still thinking about food a lot, or food is still a large source of joy in my life, or I'm still using food for comfort. That's when you want to get inside the academy. So we do weekly calls on Zoom. So every single week you get customized coaching with me. You get access to Conquer, you get access to my membership, you get access to everything. But the real big difference in the academy is the personalized mentorship. It's the only program that I offer where you get personalized mentorship with me at a very high level. So if you know that you're like, yes, like that is what I'm desiring. Like I want to be able to actually like work with somebody. Like I'm not interested in a course where I just learn information. It's like I want to be able to ask my questions. I want to be able to be like, okay, this is what I experienced on a Tuesday night. You know, can you help me work through it? Or, you know, I just had a session of overeating and now I want to be able to work through how I can prevent that from happening next time. Like it's real life, in the moment, real time mentorship, coaching, and feedback. So if you can resonate with that and you're craving that and you're like, yes, like I'm so ready for my binge-free life, then you can message me on my Instagram Academy and I will send you all the details. Again, we are currently in an enrollment right now. So just message me on my Instagram Academy. If you are a client inside of the membership or Conquer and you want to upgrade, you can also message me as well too. All right, you guys, have a beautiful rest of your day and we will see you guys soon.